What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Today I want to do a little bit of a different video, not necessarily a tips and tricks style of video, but more of a review of the additions that they've made to Madden 21. Basically, kind of evaluating how EA has done so far in terms of servicing this game, updating this game, providing content to us, and fixing some of the issues that the community have complained about, especially in regards to franchise mode more than anything, because obviously that's what our channel is focused on. And so I just want to jump into it, kind of to start off with some of the good, and then we'll get into some of the bad and some of the currently bugged issues that are going on with the game. And I will also want to get your feedback on some of the issues that are going on in the game, because I don't know if they're just happening to me. I'm pretty sure that they're happening to everybody based off of the research that I'm doing, but I will want to get some of your feedback on these things. Now, I feel, and I am on next gen Madden 21, so I'm on the PS5 version of Madden 21. I feel that they have made some very nice improvements to the game, namely the playoff bracket. This is the one that we probably utilize the most out of any of the changes that they've made to the game, and it is very sleek, very clean. I don't need anything more than this. I don't need anything less than this, and I am really happy that they added this into the game. This is one of the best additions that they've had, and it has not been buggy up until, or has not been buggy at all. It's been useful from the time that they introduced it to the game up until now, and it will be useful in the future, and I hope that they leave that feature in the game. In addition to that, they added some of the settings options into the game, and they've added some nice improvements supposedly to trade logic and things like that. And they've made some minor improvements to the gameplay in terms of the next-gen gameplay, which, I'm not going to say that it is a completely different game because it plays much the same, but I do like the feel of the next-gen gameplay compared to the PS4 gameplay. But Madden 21 as a whole, gameplay-wise, is what it is. That hasn't really changed. But in terms of some of the settings that they've added to the game, and the ability to easily access and change superstar abilities, the ability here to set the number of desired X Factors, superstars, and star dev players are really nice additions to the game. And so I think that they have done a pretty solid job, and I know that a lot of people in the community are saying it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough, but there is a lot of work that has gone into what they've done so far, and I think that the key important thing to hit on here is that these changes are responsive to what the community wants. They have not been able to make the wide sweeping changes that we are desiring in terms of Madden, in terms of franchise mode especially, but those are going to come in the future, hopefully. When they've had an entire year to work on revamping franchise mode and adding in legitimate in-depth content, then we can evaluate those things. But in terms of supporting franchise mode, they've done a very good job in terms of additions like this, in terms of the breakout scenario options, development trait regression options. All of this stuff is a fantastic upgrade to what we already have. So we're already seeing one thing that I give them a really nice grade on, which is supporting the game that is already out. Generally speaking, with EA and Madden especially, and it flows over to their other games as well. As a company, they kind of run the same type of system for all of their games, but for Madden especially, it's usually a fire and forget type of thing. They put out the game, it is the state that it is, and then they come out with occasional updates to the game that honestly break more than they fix. And the updates are too far and few between, and more often than not, they're focused on the gambling aspect of the game in terms of Ultimate Team and things like that, the money-making aspects of the game, because that's all they really have cared about in the past. And so from a perspective of actually being responsive to the community, actually coming in here and giving us regular updates and giving us regular information about what they are working on, they have done a fantastic job. Now, outside of that, adding nice settings and nice features like the playoff bracket, they've also given us some features that do not work yet. And these are the things that I'm a little bit confused about right now as to why they still aren't working. For example, they added in the league history tab, and maybe you guys can shed some light on this to me, but I have not found anybody that has been able to actually utilize the league history tab. Whenever I click into the league history tab, this is all that I have ever seen from the game. I've never been able to actually get this feature to work, and I don't know if it's because I'm on next gen. I don't know if this is the same thing on previous gen, but to me, there's not really an excuse for you to put a feature like this into the game and then it not work. Even on a new franchise, we've started new franchises, and this feature does not work. Maybe you guys have had a different experience. Please let me know in the comment section down below if you've gotten a feature like this to work. But I don't understand why we still have broken features like this, and I see somebody at least comment and said they've been able to get it to work on their version of the game. So, I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I've researched it. I can't figure out how to get it to work, even utilizing a new franchise. So basically, what it comes down to is, yeah, they're trying, they're adding a nice feature like that, but it's still not working in certain versions of the game, so they need to fix that. And then the one thing that I want to end on here in today's video, talking about the good and the bad, and this is one of the bad things, and I've been saying this, and this is kind of game breaking because this is one of the biggest features in the game, in my personal opinion, and that is the Madden community share file share system. If I go to share and manage files, I physically cannot download any of the community files. I'll click into it, and this is all you will see for hours. I've literally let it sit here for an hour or more at a time, and it will not load in the community files on my version of the game. And so that's a huge problem, because that's absolutely game breaking for franchise mode. You depend on the community files for roster to start the franchise, and then draft classes in every single successive year to manage that file and keep it up to date and be able to do what you want to do. And here we go. Now it actually says that it's the connection to the server has been lost. So I don't know what exactly is going on with the share file system, at least for the next gen version of the game. But for the Houston Texans franchise, the Houston Texans rebuild on this channel, I would have loved to have had the legitimate draft file to utilize for that franchise, but I haven't been able to get it to work. And I saw somebody else just commented there they had to restart the game multiple times. I literally restarted the game 10 times in a row because there's somebody that views my channel, Falcons fan or something like that has draft classes that they wanted me to check out, and I literally sat here and restarted the game 10 times to try to get in there and find his draft classes, to at least look at them to see if I could use them, and I couldn't get into this. And I've done it like every single day that I get onto the game. I check it out and I can't get into the file system, the share file system. So with that being said, it's great that they have been much more responsive this year, and they've added features that are useful to the game. But whenever you can't correct the bugs that are going on with the game currently, you're not doing anybody anything good. And it's great that I have a playoff bracket, but I can't get my file to work correctly because I can't get a community file downloaded. So this is a problem that is systemic within it, and I'm hoping that this is resolved for future games, but they really need to get this under control. And to be quite honest with you, I wish that they would put everything that they are planning to do right now on pause and focus on this issue specifically, because this one, above all of the other issues, is game breaking for me, and this kind of ruins the game because I can't do what I want to do with my franchise files. So like I said, maybe you guys can let me know down in the comment section whether you've had success with the community files and things like that. I haven't had success with these, and they continue to be bugged out. And it almost makes me want to go back and play the PS4 version of the game, because I've heard people say that they've had some success on the PS4 version of the game to get access to these features. So it's like, well, why did you even release this game on the PS5 if all of the important aspects of it are going to be broken? So that's just my thoughts on it. I wanted to give this discussion video. Hopefully you guys will give some discussion down in the comment section below. What are your thoughts on the state of the game? What are you hoping that they add to the game, especially with kind of the time frame of Madden right now and everything? I will probably be coming out with some lists in terms of what I want added to the game for Madden 22. What are my expectations? What do I want to see? All types of different lists like that. And, those should be pretty entertaining discussion videos, especially to get your feedback in the comment section to find out what your most desired features are for the future and what do you actually expect them to give to us. So with that being said, leave a like on the video. Stick around for future videos. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification button. As I said multiple times, leave your comments down in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one.